Hi, I'm Leon Lovelace, and this is Unstoppable Force. I got another news story for you. It's from the Chicago Tribune.com, and it's about another person, somewhat related to Hillary Clinton and the DNC, ended up dead. A Republican donor and operative from Chicago's North Shore who said he had tried to obtain Hillary Clinton's missing emails from Russian hackers killed himself in a Minnesota hotel room days after talking to the Wall Street Journal about his efforts, public records show. In mid-May, in a room at a Rochester hotel used almost exclusively by Mayo Clinic patients and relatives, Peter W. Smith, 81, left a carefully prepared file of documents, including a statement police called a suicide note in which he said he was in ill health and a life insurance policy was expiring. So this is looking pretty suspicious already. Because here's a note that the police found. It says that Smith apologized to authorities and said that no foul play whatsoever, in quotes, was involved in his death. So that's already suspicious that someone's writing a suicide note and says there's no foul play. And then this isn't a huge red flag, but this also throws up like a yellow flag because it says, in quotes, a recent bad turn in health since January, 2017. So when you write, a suicide note, normally the people you're writing to, they know when your major health problems started. So putting the comma and then the date, that just seems like he's telling, or maybe someone else is telling the public that his health problems started in January of this year and not January of last year, the year before that. Because his close family members would know when his health problems started, so that just looks really suspicious. And then here's another huge red flag, and then also in quotes, to life insurance of $5 million expiring. So of course that's, insurance fraud to say, oh, I'm going to kill myself because my life insurance is going to expire. So just admitting that out in the open, insurance company's not going to pay out to his family members. So really doesn't make much sense if he did commit suicide. Just all those three notes together just really looks really sloppy, and like it really can't be a suicide. Then also a little bit higher in the article, it says, at the time, the newspaper reported Smith's May 14th death came about 10 days after he granted the interview. Mystery shrouded how and where he had died, but the lead reporter on the story said on the podcast he had no reason to believe the death was the result of foul play and that Smith likely had died of natural causes. However, the Chicago Tribune obtained a Minnesota state death record filed in Olmsted County saying Smith committed suicide in a hotel near the Mayo Clinic at 1:17 p.m. He was found with a bag over his head and a source of helium attached. So why would a newspaper report that someone dies of natural causes when they actually found with a bag over their head and they suffocated? So not sure why that's going on, but it's just reeks of a lot of corruption. People are trying to hide the fact that somebody again was killed, just having some sort of small connection to Hillary Clinton or the DNC. And this is just hugely problematic that just as time goes on, just another person's found dead. And the authorities are saying they committed suicide when just the evidence that they're displaying seems like they're just saying that. Oh, and also a little bit or later in the Chicago Tribune article, there's some interesting information and important information that one employee talked about. Okay, an employee with Rochester Cremation Services, the funeral home that responded to the hotel, said he helped remove Smith's body from his room and recalled seeing a tank. The employee spoke on condition he not be identified because of the sensitive nature of Smith's death described the tank as being similar in size to a propane tank on a gas grill. He did not recall seeing a bag that Smith would have placed over his head. He said the coroner and the police were there and that he didn't do a lot of looking around. When I got there and I saw the tank, I thought, I've seen this before, and was able to put two and two together, the employee said. He's a fucking snake, or he was a fucking snake, but he shouldn't have been killed, and that's the biggest point, is that even though he's done shady shit, just donating and putting back in and building up this corrupt political system that we have, he still shouldn't have been killed, because all he was doing is trying to find out some of the emails that Hillary Clinton deleted. So I'm just saying that we need some answers, because it's him, Klaus Eberwein, and the federal prosecutor, Brenton J. Wisenhant Jr., along with Seth Rich. All these people have been killed, or at the very least have died, and they've had some sort of link to the DNC or Hillary Clinton or Debbie Wasserman Schultz. So it seems really problematic. At least Brenton J. Wisenhant Jr., he didn't seem to be all that connected to the corruption with the DNC and Hillary Clinton, but just where his body was found just made it seem like maybe there is some foul play going on with him. But of course, with all these guys, no credible information or no important information has been found about who killed them or why they were killed. So we just need to have a lot of answers